Hearts are through. Tomorrow, Celtic take on Dundee United. This afternoon, it's Aberdeen against Airdrie. And at Dundee United's ground, Tannadice, 3rd Division Caledonian Thistle against the mighty Rangers. Doogie Donnelly reports on the tie with all the romance.
For the thousands of tourists who visit Loch Ness each year, the prospect of a Scottish Cup quarter-final against Rangers is far less exciting than the possibility of seeing something stirring in those deep, dark waters. But Inverness now has more to offer than just stunning scenery. The capital of the Highlands now has a football team who play in the Scottish League. In 1994, 2 of the city's clubs merged to form Caledonian Thistle. Inverness Thistle came within 1 vote of winning league status in their own right in 1974 and visited Celtic Park in Scottish Cup business 11 years ago. Inverness Caledonian also have their cup memories, like a draw with the then Premier League St Johnstone. Now the newly merged club is in the last 8, but initially it wasn't a happy marriage.
The early history of Caledonian Thistle was dogged with all manner of controversy, both within and between the 2 merger partners. Less than 48 hours, in fact, before Cali Thistle were due to play their first Scottish League game, the merger came very close to collapse. There's been a massive turnaround in the club since roughly last May, and since then everything's been going so well for them, and now this game against Rangers is the cream on the cake.
The 2 sets of fans are now coexisting much more happily, although Thistle supporters were understandably aggrieved at first to find that the new club would not only play at Cali's ground, but even in Cali's blue and white. But the new strip incorporates Thistle's red and black, and there's real optimism both on the terraces and in the boardroom.
It's a good idea when you've got situations that you've got 2 Highland League clubs who are struggling to make ends meet, and you've got the option of chance of going to the Scottish Football League. Great idea. But you've also got 2 clubs with 108 years of history, and the supporters remember that history, and that's when it gets difficult.
The renamed Inverness Caledonian Thistle will soon have a brand new stadium in a glorious setting in the shadow of the Black Isle, on the banks of the Murray Firth.
I mean, the town's behind us, the businesses in the town are behind us, and now we've got a new stadium underway right next to the A9. I would like to think within 8 years, and a bit of good luck, we can be up in Premier League.
2 clubs from higher divisions have already fallen in the current cup run. This Brian Thompson goal knocked out Stenhousemuir. But now it's Rangers, the toughest challenge yet for the Highlanders' promising young manager.
It's a tremendous prospect for most of the lads. I mean, I doubt if many of them will get to the quarter-final of the Scottish Cup again and face Rangers particularly, you know. So, you know, it's going to be the game of their lives, and, you know, like I say, it's an occasion to enjoy, and it's, you know, you're talking, I would say, 3 world-class players, you know, in Gorham, Leidrup and Gascoigne. So I think it's just an honour for a lot of the players to be in the same park, you know. Half of them support Rangers, so, you know, it's going to be a great day for them, you know.
The locals won't be impressed by Rangers' big names. After all, there were Hollywood stars in town recently for the world premiere of the new film, Loch Ness. Disappointingly, though, the Rangers match has been moved to Dundee, 150 miles away.
If we'd stayed in Inverness, we'd had 5,500 here. We're going to Tannadice, we've got 12,500. So we are making we have extra money, but then the SFA and Tannadice make some money too. So we're not making a big kill of it, no.
The ones I feel sorry for are, you know, the people from Inverness, particularly some of the low-income families who just can't afford to come down to Dundee. You know, it's a shame for them.
Cali Thistle will certainly take heart from 2nd Division Clyde's performance against Rangers in the last round. The champions were a goal behind, and for a while, a major shock was on the cards.
Clyde did really well for an hour, got themselves a goal up, and possibly could have got a 2nd goal. So that'll be the sort of message I'll be putting to my players. Look, you know, it's flesh and blood you're playing against. Clyde, you know, gave them a scare. You know, why not Inverness?
And you'd take a replay?
The chairman would love a replay.
You wouldn't bet against it. I won't probe your knowledge of Caledonian Thistle, but you've certainly got a bit of affection for football in that part of the world.
Well, I know a little bit about it. So they've actually played against, when they were just Caledonian, Inverness Cali, when Jock Wallace was manager of Leicester. I think it was part of the deal that brought Kevin MacDonald down, if I'm not mistaken, from Cali. The thing, I don't remember much about the match or the team, but I certainly remember the coach trip. It took forever to get there and back, but I don't think they've got much chance today. I think they've got more chance of seeing the Loch Ness Monster, to be honest.
It is a bit of a shame that Rangers aren't making the full trip to Inverness, that the tie has been switched to Dundee United. You understand the reasons, I suppose.
Yeah, I mean, it's the usual reasons nowadays, isn't it? I suppose it's finance, but the ground, I mean, it's so small, and I suppose it's also a big day for the players. It'd be nice for them to play at the big ground, but it takes away, I suppose, any any slight chance that they did have of causing an upset.
Celtic, they play Dundee United tomorrow. Celtic in good form in the Premier Division.